309, 310 guys in the ACC. Georgia Tech, Louisville. Looks like we got the Ramblin' Wreck laying 3.5 on the road, 56 the total. I think this number's short. Kelly, do you agree?
I keep going back and forth on this, and I'm going to be honest with you. I looked at this and I went through. I use one of the guys that I work with, Power Ratings. He does some really good stuff, and it saves me quite a few hours every single week. And I was looking, and I'm going, wow, he doesn't have these two power rated that much differently. And I want to make a case for Louisville here. They frustrate me so much. I didn't even have any action on the game versus Florida State, and I'm still trying to figure out how the hell they lost the game. It was so upsetting. I'm like, Bobby, what were you thinking? Anyway, that being said, I am kind of looking at them here. He made the game +1, looking at his power ratings, and I was like, okay, here's a Georgia Tech team who did not start off the season too hot. I had bet against them. I bet Clemson a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, last week they got to play a cupcake school in Bowling Green and just beat the bricks off them. But Louisville's not so great either. Don't forget, just a couple of weeks ago, they almost lost to Western Kentucky. So this team is hard for me to back. They're kind of like I said yesterday with the Oakland Raiders, that I wasn't betting the Raiders until they could learn how to play a complete game, and it took them to overtime before they could finally get a W this year. But that's kind of how I feel about this Louisville team. If you can't just finish a game, it's really hard for me to put my money on you, especially only catching 3.5.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, only that number's at 3.5. If you're betting Louisville, you're thinking they're likely going to win the game at this number. I think it's too short. Big man, what do you think? Do you like Ramblin' Wreck here?
Yeah, I would say it's a bit short as well. I mean, I haven't been impressed at all with the Louisville Cardinal. I mean, this team hasn't really figured it out at quarterback, and they've struggled a bit against. You look at the teams that they've lost to; they've struggled against dynamic run-based quarterbacks. Obviously you're going to struggle against Alabama, but Bryce Perkins was very good against them. For Virginia, they didn't show up in that game against the Cavaliers. Cavaliers playing good football, and they took it to Louisville. Couldn't get it done against Florida State either. I'm just not really. I don't really like betting against option schools. The triple option is just a maddening offense to play against because you can be good against the run, but it's about spacing and that kind of thing when you're facing it. And generally, most teams can't stop it. You really have to have a practice, a week of practice to really prepare for it. It's very difficult to face it in the middle of the season, especially off 2 straight losses. I guess they do get it at home, which is good, and it's kind of one of those midweek games. But I mean, Louisville hasn't really shown me too much to really be very impressed by them. They have to force some turnovers. That's the way you beat the triple option. I don't really want to bet against it. So, gun to my head, I'd take the Rambling Wreck, but it won't be a game I'm very interested in.
Yeah, Louisville looked like crap against Florida State. I have no interest in betting Louisville until further notice. They just kind of looked down. Georgia Tech, on the other hand, it's not like they had a bye week or anything. They were playing Florida State, a conference opponent, just on Saturday. So it's, 3 practices and ready to go against the Georgia Tech offense. I think Georgia Tech's going to kind of run away with this, almost like they did. Well, maybe not against Bowling Green. We kind of knew that they were going to run over that defense, but I don't think Louisville's defense is very good. Like you touched on, big man. I think Georgia Tech is the side here, and only at 3.5. I'm surprised it's this short. I'm on out of the games we're talking about, this is kind of my strongest play here. Georgia Tech -3.5.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.